Hey, hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
It's Cat. I'm back.
Hey, Mama Cat's back. Goodbye,
I'm
Professor
back.
Angela. And hello, Mama Cat, back where she belongs.
Hey, I watched last week though, and I thought you guys did a great job.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you had a good time and you were highly entertained. As you should be every week here on the 10th floor. We're talking about soap operas. Talking about
Yeah,
General
I watched.
Hospital specifically. If this is your first time, settle in, hit that like button, and subscribe as well. You know, we gotta shake it on out. Get on out of that waiting room. Climb into the elevator. It's time to go all the way up to the 10th floor. And it's not just us,
All the way.
Mom. As always, we are shared in this experience by our good friends. As you rep the Savoy.
I got my Savoy shirt on.
Heck yeah, you're gonna go party later tonight. Bob's with us. Keita. Hello, Keita. Jenna's with us. Hello, Jenna. Hey, Jeannie. I said Bob already. Marla, Udak, Michelle, and Jacarius. Hey, Jacarius. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a minute, hasn't it?
Oh,
I guess you a busy dude now, huh?
oh yeah.
On Sundays.
I guess.
Too busy?
I guess. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We've been great, Jacarius. How have you been? Settle in, shaking on out. We got to get ready. Got to get ready. There's so much to get into. You weren't with us last week, so we got to find out what you thought about all of the goings on, including the soap violence that
The
happened between
soap violence was pretty good.
the soap violence that happened between Ava and Rick.
I know. She walloped him, didn't she?
You know, walloped him good twice.
I know.
She hit him,
was
and then he was like, Ava! Wow! Put him back underneath the house, tied him back to that bed, this time with handcuffs. He's not going to wriggle
Yeah.
out this time. No more duct tape.
My gosh.
Nice.
Handcuffs and everything. Oh man, he looked a mess too, didn't he?
He sure did.
Finally got out of there.
sure
He
did.
looked a mess. Ooh,
But you
I
couldn't just run now, could you, Rick? You had to try to do something.
right. He should have hightailed it the hell out of there.
He should have. He should have.
He
He should
should
have.
have.
Hi, Melinda. Hello, Kelly. Howdy.
Guys.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
he should have. He should have high stepped it out of there.
He should have. He should have, but he
But
didn't
no.
because Ava's right. He's Rick. He can't help himself. He's got to get his revenge.
Right. Oh, he loves revenge. He does. He always
yeah.
has.
Oh, yeah.
And then and he had a knife right to her throat.
Yes, he did. Let her
Yeah.
open her knife thing. Like I'm gonna get you, B word. Oh, goodness
He had the
gracious.
same. He had the dagger from her mom.
That was the Cassadine dagger.
Yes.
Oh my God, I missed that little detail.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, that's even more traumatic.
Yeah.
And to her throat. Oh goodness, the symbolism, folks, the symbolism.
Uh-huh.
Jacarius has not been with us because he's been very focused on his education, and he's got great news from the focus. He's finally
the great
earned that
news?
GED he's been after. Great job, Jacarius. We're very proud of you here on the 10th floor.
Good job, kiddo.
The future is bright. The doors are open. Hi, Michelle. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving from Kelly. So this
Oh,
is when the people in Canada sat down with the indigenous peoples from Canada and shared turkey and trade and, opened the... I have no idea anything about Canadian Thanksgiving. What's the story behind it, Kelly? It's story time. Everybody gather around as if Finn is about to read the Christmas Carol. Because Kelly's going to talk all about Canadian Thanksgiving. Well, happy. I hope there's a feast at the very least.
I imagine there would be, huh?
You know, Kelly does want to know if Portia knows that I am in her office, and I don't know if she knows, but the door is open and it seemed kind of comfortable in here. You know, like you can kind of just like, I don't know, just kind of spread out in the space and, just feel like yourself and explore whatever whim might come to you. This is what that office does.
Man, oh man, that office gets a lot of action. Office gets more action than some bedrooms do.
Oh my gosh, the hospital, throughout the course of General Hospital, has probably had more action than anywhere else. Kelly does
I
not
tell
know
you,
the story of Canadian Thanksgiving, but she's excited for the turkey, and I think we're going to leave it at that.
awesome. Awesome. Um,
Oh.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Portia.
Okay, let's do it. All right, she's pregnant, Ma. She took
She
a
is
pregnancy
pregnant.
test. She took a pregnancy test, and she's like, "Oh my goodness gracious, I'm gonna have another little Trina on the way."
Oh boy. You know, she could just she could just lie. She could and just say it's
Well,
Curtis's.
I mean, I think that's the obvious choice of what she's gonna do.
That's what
Though
she
also at the
now.
same time, though, Ma, both of these folks, Portia and Curtis alike, are just like, F this marriage and F you, and we're moving on with our lives, and da blah da 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 wanna ba da da. You know, it's very possible that Portia might even be like, you know what, screw this freaking crap. This marriage was over anyway. It's Isaiah's.
Yeah, I think she's, well, for one thing, she's just shocked to be pregnant.
She did not anticipate it.
She did not anticipate that, and she actually, even brought up her age.
She's like, listen, I'm old. All right, I don't look it because I'm fine, but I am what you would call a geriatric pregnancy. So we got to take a close look at this thing.
She's, I would say, the character, she's got to be 50.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's got an adult 22-year-old daughter.
So she's got to be like 50.
And I think she was already an established doctor when she had Trina.
She, yeah, she's she got a Janet Jackson kind of pregnancy. Janet Jackson was 50,
Well, there you go.
had a son.
Well, there you go. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people who are 50 other than Janet Jackson as well who had babies
Oh,
at
well,
50.
it's unusual for someone to get pregnant beyond the age of 50. Even if your body's still doing it.
Yeah. So she's the question. We've never really established the exact age of Portia Robinson, just a general idea of a generic range. Anywhere between 48 and 52.
I would say so, yes.
I'll lean on the younger side. We'll say 48. We'll say that she left high school and immediately went into college. She started taking summer courses. She didn't take that summer off.
Well, you know what? And it's a soap opera, so you can become a doctor like lickety split.
That's right. It only takes about 6 or 7 months to become a PhD.
Right. It's very quick there. And poor Charles.
I'm moving to Port Charles, folks.
But like I actually know someone that he is a doctor and he just finished school, finished all of it. He's just a doctor now. Finished all of it. Residency, all of it.
Yeah.
And he never missed one semester. He didn't take any time off. Any time. He was 37 when he was done. It takes a long time to become a
That
doctor.
seems wrong. Okay, 37 by the time he was done, by the time, nobody was watching him hyper closely to make sure he didn't accidentally kill somebody? Or it took him that long to walk across the stage to get a PhD, and then he got to start doing his
Well, you do all your residency and all that stuff.
yeah. So I mean, you're a doctor. You're a doctor at 8 years.
But I'm just saying, it takes that long.
It takes a very long time.
It takes that long, in real life.
37. Goodness gracious. I feel like something went wrong. I feel like somebody swindled him for a couple of years.
I don't think so.
Marla suggests that GH would probably not have Portia be any older than 45. I feel like they're going to be very non-specific about it.
Oh, I think they are too.
She's just of an age in which I'm going to ask this question about keeping a close eye. I don't know if it's going to lead to a challenging pregnancy. I don't think that's the story. I think the story is staunchly going to be who's the daddy, and then trying to hide the daddiness once she finds out who it is. Now,
Right.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I am all for this being Curtis's baby.
Me too, and it kind of makes sense that it's Curtis's baby, being, they kind of alluded to her time with Isaiah and Curtis weren't very far apart. However, it seemed to me like when she was with Curtis, that was longer ago than Isaiah.
At least it was first.
At least, yeah, it was first. Well, yeah, and she just seems to be so surprised. Like she doesn't even know what she's going to do. Really, she doesn't even know if she's going to keep the baby.
Shoot,
As
yeah.
she said.
Yep. I mean, she's got choices to make. Shauna says that she can't stand Portia in this storyline. I am always entertained by the show personally. I think that the show is wonderful. Do I think Portia's great? No. Is she my favorite character? Absolutely not. Do I think that she they have absolutely changed Portia in major ways here. She used to not be this much of a freaking mess.
No, she's gotten really messy.
Yeah.
Really messy.
She's completely lost control of her life. And it's not Drew's fault.
No, it's not.
It's her fault. And you can really point to the Heather Weber situation. She should never have done that. She got out anyway, and she just lives in Sedona. It's fine.
Right.
She's nowhere near Trina. She didn't have to do any of that nonsense. Heather Weber's like, I can enjoy a BLT without, trying to kill somebody for it. It's great. You know?
Yeah.
That's my Heather, everybody. That's my Heather. We need her back so I can perfect it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, I'm so mean. Michelle says, Happy Halloween, Mom. We got to think about ways to dress up this year. General Hospital style. Should I dress up as Heather Weber?
Dress up as Heather Weber?
Or just Allie Mills, I just put some sort of a denim kick-ass outfit on.
Yeah.
Because, she looks like somebody straight out of the Warriors. I don't know if you've noticed.
You could do half Heather Weber and half Mom from Wonder Years.
I was thinking maybe more of like a Victor Victoria thing, like one half will be like Carly and the other half will be like Sonny, Hey, it's me, what's going on? It's me, Sonny, right? And then on the other side, it should be like, oh, Brennan, how dare you lie to me about Vaughn? You should have said something. Mm-hmm. Boom. That's good. All right, it is confirmed in the chat twice over now that Portia, the actress at least, Brooke Kerr, who plays her, is 51 in real life.
Yeah.
So great call, Ma. I think that was pretty much the age that you had been kind of leaning on.
Yeah.
Hey, Carolyn.
Yeah.
Hey, Carolyn.
I tell you, she's got some good genetics.
She sure does.
And Botox takes to her face very well.
Yeah. And nowadays, you would be surprised. You'd be surprised, folks, how many people in your regular life that just got a little injection at lunch.
I know a couple of people that have it.
And there you go. I don't. Look at this. You can tell. All right, I got full movement and full wrinkles.
See, and that is what shows on Brooke is that she doesn't. Her forehead is smooth.
I do play a little game sometimes, and this isn't exclusive to soaps. This is across the board of watching television. But I play the Do Your Eyebrows Move game.
Do the what?
Do Your Eyebrows Move game.
Oh.
And so you watch as they're acting and such. And sometimes, a lot of actors and a lot of people who are mindful of the longevity of the youthful look of their face do their best to freeze their own eyebrows. And try not to be expressive with them. And sometimes they're anchored in place because of Botox. And it's fun to watch. It's in, a mean, judgy way. In a way that you're sitting there cackling, laughing at people. It's wrong. It's wrong. Don't do it yourself, and please hate me for it.
I could get Botox at the hair salon I go to.
Wow, it's that easy, huh?
Yeah.
I think can you mail order it now, don't you? Do it yourself.
I don't think injecting yourself is a good idea.
It's right there in the hairline. Whatever. We're way off topic.
Oh boy.
We're so off topic.
So
Hey,
yeah,
man.
it's and Portia can easily lie about this. Now, she
yeah.
wouldn't be able to. She wouldn't be able to if one of her lovers would have been white or something.
Or, well, and even then,
He wouldn't be able to lie.
and even then, it's not like they come out and they're like, "Hey, everybody, I'm Caucasian," you know.
Right, but you know what I mean, though.
Yes, I understand. There would be an added layer of deceit upon that. Really, when it comes to, I mean, who knows? Isaiah could be like, "Listen, there was a parasite I got in Guam. It rendered me infertile. There's no way this is my baby." I do want it to be Curtis's baby, though. Like, at the end of the day, I do want this to be Curtis's baby. I think Curtis deserves a baby. I think Curtis wants a baby. And I don't want Isaiah to be saddled with Portia's baby.
Yeah.
That's just
What's
all.
Britta going to think about this? She probably gave up on being an only child when she was like, 8 or 9 years old.
She's like, it's just not happening.
It's not
I
happening.
just have to have some close friends.
Mm-hmm.
As I grow up right here in Port Charles, just in the other classroom.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't friends with them yet. Oh, goodness gracious. Back to our first topic of Rick. We were talking a little bit about Rick at the top of the show. Okay, we're back next week. Rick back next week. All right. There's a picture that's been shared out there. I think Soap Digest. And they're like, "Hey, this is upcoming. Pay attention and watch the show, folks," or whatever. Shared a couple of pictures. And one of them was Rick and Elizabeth standing in glowing white light. As Rick was caressing her face, seemingly very thankful for something that she had just done.
Ooh, she probably found him.
That, or he dreaming that Elizabeth's gonna come find him.
That's true. He could be hallucinating. Because, they've been treating him very bad for a long time now.
They've been spitting those pills out for 10 days. And so now they're shoving them down his throat.
Yeah.
Practically making sure that he takes them. So yeah, he's going to actually be sedated and delirious at this point. I'm thinking it's a vision, but it might be a prophetic vision because you know what? Elizabeth has a knack at finding people who are hidden away.
She does.
She does it all the time. I think she found a necklace at some point.
She found Esme up when she was.
She found Esme. She found Carly. She solved the whole panic room thing, which they referenced, and that's fun. Kita's certain that it's a dream. I'm pretty certain it's a dream too.
I think it's.
But I think Elizabeth might actually be the one because she's like, listen, now she has a reason to, other than being like, this is weird. Now she's got a reason to be looking for Rick and to being like, no, but this is extra weird. This man is missing. Not at a detox.
Right. He is missing. Oh my gosh. And isn't it that I think it's an absolute delight that you would have never thought that Alexis and Ava would be in cahoots.
I know, and it's working out for them too. It's fun, new, collaborative chemistry.
I think they're actually gonna be friends.
I don't know about that. I think it's gonna fall apart as soon as Rick gets out.
Well, oh boy. And Rick loves revenge, you guys.
Oh,
he
there's
loves
no
revenge.
way in hell.
He gonna be gunning for
yes.
all of them.
Oh yes, this is something that I think that all three of these women have been massively underestimating. Sure, he's not going to have the Cassadine money anymore. Sure, he can't come after them for this. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to try in some way to get back at them. And it doesn't have to be through legal ways. He can lock them in his own basement.
Yeah, or he could cut a brake line. Take a page out of Christina's book.
He'll start doing the things that they did to him. I'm going to cut Christina's brake line. I'm going to wallop Ava in the face with a cutting board.
I know, she knocked the piss out of him. It was enjoyable. You know what? I didn't even and the one time I didn't say hit him again.
They do it.
She did.
She did it. She hit him again good. Hit him again good. Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious.
It was funny. I loved it.
It was. It's good. It's good. So I'm looking forward to how it develops next week. I like Rick. I like this whole thing. It's fun.
It is fun, but I felt feeling kind of sorry for him even.
Yeah, you should. No
mean,
matter how bad you are, like at a certain point, you don't want to continue to watch a person get tortured the way that Rick is.
Yeah, my gosh. I mean, we don't even know if they're adequately feeding him.
You know, I mean, it doesn't look like he's lost any weight. I think you know, there must be putting some sort of like tube down his throat or something. I don't know how he's eating.
I don't.
And
I
can
don't
you
know.
imagine having to change that diaper?
Oh my gosh. And Ava, I think Ava, like, you know how you'd like to get a dog to take a pill or something.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to ram it down their throat and then close their nose and kind of blow in their to make them swallow.
If they don't take the cheese trick, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Rocco was a master at that.
Yes, yeah.
He could eat everything and
Uh-huh.
spit that pill out
And right in front of you too.
right in front of you.
He's like,
And then look at you like you think I'm stupid.
gotcha. Can't beat me.
Yeah, so
Oh.
yeah, I wound up with him. I wound up like crushing him up and like
Sprinkling him the water that he always drinks to the bottom of. Oh, gosh. Well, leaving that behind, because Rick has passed out. He'll have to wake up at some point and we can revisit it. Bob contributes in the chat. Hey, Bob. Bob says, I hate. Well, how much do you hate it, Bob? I hate that they turned Joss and Vaughn into a Dex 2.0, hiding there from Jack, just like how Joss and Dex hid their feelings from Sonny.
yeah, I don't. I said this before. They could have the storyline they're running could have been Dex.
It could have been Dex. It could have been
It
Dex.
could have been Dex so easy.
Well, we can call it. We'll call it what it is. We'll call it right to their faces. GH, I know you're watching. You're making a little mistake there in the storyline. That's all. Just a little mistake in the tale you're telling. It's pretty much the exact same one that you told for Josslyn, just as a new setting.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said weeks ago, Vaughn's best contribution to the story of Josslyn Jax is to die like the rest.
Yeah.
All them boyfriends in her wake just dead.
Well, Michael used to have the death D, and I think she got the death V.
Hey, it's not too late, all right? It's not too late. You never know. Sasha's plane could go down and Willow might get struck by lightning.
Oh my goodness, you
Then
never know.
boom, 100%. Not only every girlfriend, but also all of Silas Clay's daughters.
Yeah.
Oh no, Kiki.
Wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun? They could, bring Finn back
Yeah,
and have him be Silas again.
sure, why not? Sure. I'm actually surprised he's not joining everybody over on Young and the Restless.
I know.
You know what you
I
doing,
know.
Michael Easton? You
I
want to come
heard
hang out with us on the 10th floor? Talk about what you're doing?
I heard that Greg Vaughn is going to be taking a trip to
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah, he's going to be on the gates. He says,
Yes.
Salem, you waited too long to call me back, suckers.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if I were to come back, I wouldn't be able to see myself on screen for another year. Ha ha ha! No, I'm a Hollywood actor. I must see myself sooner than that.
Well, yeah, that's what I heard. That Greg Vaughn is on his way
Yeah,
to
totally.
Atlanta.
It is confirmed. That man has inked the deal. Greg Vaughn is going to be on the gates.
Mhm.
They're saying, ooh, what if he's going to be on the gates to hang out with one Miss Nicole?
Oh, maybe.
Finding
Huh?
himself hanging out with yet another one.
Or wouldn't it would be kind of fun if he has a connection to Joey?
He's the cop. I don't know. Whatever. That's not General Hospital. It's not General Hospital. Are we still broadcasting? I just want to make sure because people did not care about us talking about what it is that we were just talking about. Because the chat hasn't moved, and I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Because I love you all, and I want to hear what you have to say. And if for some reason I can't, then I'll be sad.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
It's because it's Matt Cat and the chat.
It's Matt Cat in the chat. And if we're not talking about something you give a crap about, let's find something that you do.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Let's talk about what you do. You know who everybody loves to talk about? They love to talk about Jason Morgan.
They sure do.
They do. Jason Morgan. He lost his mama,
He did.
and now we got a Ronnie Bard. They're
Yeah.
taking his firstborn's birthright. People love to talk about whether or not Jason considers Michael to be his firstborn son. They point to dialogue, they point to interviews, they include their own opinions.
Um, I don't think he really does.
See, then that would be massively different than what Professor Angela would say.
Yeah?
Yeah, she would say, absolutely he does. He said so on several occasions. They even frame it with the direction when he was eulogizing Monica and he was talking about holding his son for the first time and understanding what parental love meant. And then the camera looked at Michael and blah, blah, doop, doop, doo. Like, there's a big debate out there with lots of evidence.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, yeah, I think about it. Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know. I don't know though. This time with Jason, with Steve Burton being back on the show, this time, he always looked. I mean, let's be honest, you guys, he was a deadbeat dad before.
They talked about it before Sam kicked the bucket, before Cyrus murdered Sam in General Hospital. They talked about they had a tense conversation in the car about how Jason was an S dad and probably should just continue to just.
Yeah,
I remember it.
Now he's way more parental than he ever was before.
And also too, and folded into, because Jason is a great multi-layered character. They paid attention decade over decade when it comes to telling Jason and who he is and making sure that everything makes sense in the evolution of Jason Morgan. And when Sam died, they focused heavily on making sure that the audience knows that he changed mentally. He had a mental shift when it came to Danny. He couldn't just rely anymore on Sam being there as the safety net, the foundation, the one that Danny can rely on as I go gallivant. That changed it. Now I have to be here for Danny. So I'm going to live with the Quartermains. I'm going to pull it back. I haven't been to the Pine Barrens in 2 years.
Yeah, but they don't. Jason don't run around with his big old shiny gun nearly as much as he used to.
No. We got somebody else running around with a big old dirty gun. All right. Chandra pops by to drop off a 46-ounce Diet Dr. Pepper for Mama Cat.
All right, thank you.
She's got to go back to work the door at the volleyball game.
Okay.
As she's really, making sure that Yvonne settles in to his new position as co-chief of staff or whatever of the WSP.
Yeah. Carly was actually mad about that. Mm-hmm. She don't even know nothing, really.
Yeah. Shauna thinks that Jason considers Michael to be his firstborn in his heart. And to add to that, Shauna, if I may, I think that there's a difference in Jason, because Jason is a compartmentalized man. Mm-hmm. He's somebody that understands walls, barriers, and differences between things. It's not a timeline of events, it's a sequence of things that happened. And so there would be like the children of my heart, and then my kids, like the ones that I fathered.
Sure.
So he's got two firstborns. He's got Michael and Jake.
Yeah. And back when he was on before, he was not a good daddy to Jake. He was very absent.
No. The only time that he was a good dad was when he was Drew. Hi, Liz. Hi, Liz. Sonny ain't doing anything either, says Tracy. Yeah, they've been trying to get out, but we can't because of Sidwell.
Yeah.
So they backed off on really pushing the criminal element and more of just kind of maintaining what they have. Also trying to protect Port Charles's future from Sidwell.
They kind of jumped off the gangster train a little bit.
They did. And then also we have to consider, I would say, the next 4 to 6 weeks as a time in which we need to forgive the lack of forward progression in stories such as Measure C, Sidwell. Lucas and his ongoing tension and and did Brad know about Britta and all of these things that are kind of happening outside of what you would consider the leads. We have to forgive it for one reason, and that's Leslie Charleston, because we're dedicating a lot of time. Is what I'm saying. We're dedicating a lot of airtime to Ronnie Bard and the fallout of that and whatever it's going to ultimately mean for the Quartermaines and for Tracy and all of that. So we're going to have to forgive the lack of forward progression in other areas.
Well, I guess Lulu did some hunting and looking around into her past, and she appears not to have much of one.
Danny's last name is Morgan. Michelle asks, what's Danny's last name? Danny's last name is Morgan. Rocco Falconieri, Danny Morgan.
And what's Scout's last name?
Scout is a Kane.
Yeah.
She is a Scout Kane. I don't think they changed it to Quartermaine. And if they did, let me know. Because it would make sense. It would actually be great. They should have, in Monica's real will, that's eventually going to come out, they should say in there that, I also demand that little Scout, Emily Scout, becomes Emily Scout Quartermaine, and Drew can't be forever.
Yeah, I don't think that's the real will. I think, I know there was a spoiler last week, but yeah, I think she's a con artist.
Yeah. I mean, so
and very good at it.
At this point, both things have been presented as two potential plots on the show. Because Tracy does not believe that. She doesn't maybe not necessarily believe that she may not really be Ronnie Bard. But that will is fake. She did something about it, and this is all a big old swindle.
Yeah, and I wonder, is the real Veronica Bard dead? Or is she out there somewhere?
Maybe. I think that we might have a Gladys situation. I think she might be the real Ronnie Bard. But this is what I think happened. I think that Ronnie Bard reached out to Monica by letter. And Monica was like, what's this frickin' BS? I left this life behind. And maybe it's a selfish attitude, but it's not like Monica has never been a selfish person.
Right. And I know they said they were going to go up to Monica's room and look for the letters. Did they find the letters?
I don't know. I couldn't say one way or the other. But I think that Ronnie had sent one letter to Monica, and Monica was like, screw this. Hey, kids, go color on this. It winds up at Drew's house. Martin finds it, reaches out to Ronnie, realizes the epic big rift. We got a jealous Ronnie who was like, my sister led on to this great things, and I'm a gosh darn waitress. She's very much Tracy in her actual mind. And so she and Martin sort of work this thing out. Fake will. Ronnie Bard comes into play. La la la. Winds up da-da-da-da. In either to inherit and run away, as in like, I'm going to go live my life elsewhere. You guys can keep this stinking house. But I'm going to walk away with millions. Share it with Martin. Maybe they're going to even wind up married before this whole thing is over, Ma.
Wow.
Just a quick shotgun wedding.
Well, this is what I want to happen. I know this isn't going to happen, but I think it would be so funny. So the real Ronnie comes out of the woodwork. Okay? Comes to the house. I'm the real Ronnie, and you know who's going to play her? Dorian. Dorian should play her.
Oh my gosh. Now that would be a big surprise.
That would be so fun. Robin Stresser, I think her name is.
It sounds right. That sounds right. It's Robin something, I can tell you that. Keita thinks that Martin is trying to get back at Tracy. Totally on board with that. Liz thinks that it's possible that that Ronnie is clean with no criminal past, which well, hey, Liz would make her a prime person to do this because there's no legitimate reason to not trust her. Right,
and Lulu looked into her. Nothing. Doesn't have she doesn't have any skeletons in the closet.
Because maybe there just simply isn't. Maybe she really did just live a simple A life, right there in the middle of nowhere. Where was it? Where they keep on saying Nebraska? Was it Nebraska? Like just
Oh my God.
somewhere flat.
Yeah.
Somewhere just flat.
Yeah, and she's been a waitress this whole time.
Matt Kreider thinks that Ronnie's past, though, is a little too clean. Like maybe there was a little scrub job.
Could be. Could be. She might be a very good con artist. Remember how Sam was a good con back in the day.
It's Sam's real mother. I don't think she's Monica's real sister. I do think that she's Brennan's mom, says Matt. But I think that they might be thinking that because didn't Brennan play her son on One Life to Live?
Yes.
Yeah, so
When he
I
played
think
Joey.
yeah, I think people are just excited to kind of see that dynamic between the two, and it would leave the door open for a Slezak return because now she's Brennan's mom.
I mean, I don't know. Of course, I don't know Erica, but I would think that she wouldn't want that kind of like go back full time.
Oh no, not a full time, but hey, we need to sprinkle in a little. Like Brennan's mom needs to set him straight. Can you come out for 2 days? A little something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe she likes money. I don't know. Just people. I just know people would be interested in seeing that, and they liked the dynamic, and it would be a fun reminder of yesteryear.
Sure.
East Coaster thinks that Ronnie Bard is working in cahoots with Martin. There was a slip in the dialogue where Ronnie called Tracy entitled. Martin called Tracy entitled. Tracy, remember they both said entitled. Oh, let's see. I think Jason knows something because he said Monica said something to Jason. And that's interesting to point out, Michelle, because that's something I noticed as well. Because Jason was like, hey, guys, like Monica told me a story she'd never said to anybody else before. Let me tell you all about it. Cut to black. We don't know what it is, but maybe the family does. And maybe they know a little bit more about what's going on than we as an audience can tell because we are going to get some big Quartermain come together, aha, we knew all along, big satisfying conclusion. We've been setting her up. We all knew, and that's why Michael was so giving and being like, listen, this is what my grandma wanted. You can have the house. I've got bigger things to worry about. Maybe that's what we're going to get.
I thought that Jason actually would have been more questioning than he has been.
See, the evidence just stacks, doesn't it? Matt Kreider, though, does not think that Martin's in on it. I think Drew duped Martin to find the letter, and Drew is working with Ronnie. That's all Drew. I contest that, Matt, by saying that Martin has been awfully smug about the will toward Drew.
Yeah.
They're not friends anymore. Martin is helpful in the fact that he's going to do his job and do the lawyery thing and try to get him off of this and try to do this thing, the other thing. But standing next to him, shoulder to shoulder, bucking up against the Quartermain to try to tear down this script, that is not in Martin anymore.
No, I don't think so. I think the combination of the crypt thing happening, and I think what really solidified it for him that this guy is not any good at all, was when he, with the Wiley thing.
Stella.
Yeah.
Wiley made Rick, even Rick went, oh.
Yeah.
when Drew was messing with Wiley.
I know.
And Rick's tied to a bed in the basement right now over the things that he's done.
Right.
Goodness.
And he was like, ooh, this is crossing the line, huh?
Or Ronnie has an alias for her other activities, says Aisha. Goodness. Maybe, maybe she's, I don't know, some sort of fun name, some sort of like, I can't come up with it on the fly. Whatever. But some sort of spy name, some sort of fun Bond-like lady name, like a Bond girl. How they always had some sort of fun name, especially during the Sean Connery era.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Real mess. You know that?
While we talk about 007, we have to talk about Jack Brennan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I really enjoy Brack Ginnin. I really enjoy Brack Ginnin when Brack is just ginning it up around Port Charles. He is out there and playing PC chess.
He is.
He's out there playing PC chess. He is positioning these pieces and also trying to protect his queen, which would be Carly,
Right.
from knowing that Josslyn is a WSB agent. It is so interesting, the parallels that you can pull from your own life when you're watching somebody be a secret agent, because there were a strong 2 years of high school in which I tried to make sure that nobody could ever tell my mommy and daddy that I thought boys were cute. Goodness. I was running in circles protecting information that was never going to get out to begin with. But I understand what Brennan's doing. He's running circles. He's being like, here's your threat now. Before you even think of saying something. Britta.
Yeah.
Jason.
And he's telling Jason which one does he want to protect more? Westbourne or Carly, his queen?
I enjoy Jack Brennan when they make him do WSB things. When he has to be the WSB agent, I think that character is really great. Unfortunately, because Carly is Carly, and this is not a hateful remark, this is just a fact of the character. Because she's Carly, I know that this thing is doomed.
Oh, of course it's doomed.
So it is hard for me to like really get with the love and feel the, oh no, that's coming. And so I would say that that's one thing that kind of takes me just one step away from really like fully like diving into this particular story. But past that, I'm having a great time watching him be one way with Carly and another way with the WSB and seeing how those lines blend. And then, of course, the confrontation.
Very
we
good
got
at
this
juggling, isn't he?
and he's had to, and he's good, and Anna knows that he can do that, and also has no trust for him whatsoever.
No. I mean, and she's pretty vocal about it, too.
Oh, very much so.
She's don't trust him.
Yeah,
Don't
she's got an alibi, but the alibi's Jack.
Mm-hmm.
You can't trust Jack. Jack will lie, and he is. We actually have no idea what Carly was actually up to at that time.
Mm-mm.
We know that Nina was home, which was disappointing for me. Because they had the footage of her leaving her apartment at the time that she would have been walking with Willow, which is the time that Drew got shot.
Right.
So
I think Willow shot him.
I don't understand why that would be.
Why that would be either. Unless she's just, quietly really blames the whole kid thing on him now.
But yes, I get it. But also at the same time, she sees him as the way to her kids still. Shooting Drew and killing him is not going to bring Wiley and Amelia back to her any quicker. And there's no crazy justification that even an insane person on the soap opera would be able to give them, whose ultimate goal is to get their kids back, to take out Drew, who is, in her mind, and, I mean, in reality, the most powerful person that she knows in opposed to Michael.
Yeah.
Nina doesn't carry the same weight, you know?
He's going to have something else up his sleeve too. Drew's going to have something else up his sleeve too, because now he knows that Michael is going to allow her to see the kids. And he's like, oh no.
Well,
they're getting along.
So no, I'm not sure that Drew necessarily sees it like that. I'm not sure. I think that Drew and Willow are totally correct that this is a cog in the plan that Michael is unfolding before our very eyes, episode after episode. And it's going to be fun because we're going to get up to a point in which we get to see what all of these little tiny pieces are leading up to when it comes to what was he really doing? Why did he go to Elizabeth's house? Why is he allowing this thing? Why is he unbothered by the potential threats of being isolated as the sole suspect by Drew? What is it that he's working out with Jacinda in these scenes before somebody else comes in? Because we always see them at the end of their interaction.
Yep.
So I think that they're trying to do something that's going to be a look at this reveal from all of these pieces set up here in the next couple of weeks.
Because I don't think his family even, his family doesn't even believe the Jacinda thing, really. That's not his speed.
Has he before? Sure, once when he was 18 and crazy, horny, yeah. But yeah, sometimes you just can't help who you're attracted to. Like, yeah, but also at the same time, like, you fell in love with people who were like, not Jacinda. No offense. She's a pretty woman. She actually reminds me a lot of Kiki, to be honest. She aesthetically,
Yeah.
not necessarily in the face, but just in like the look, and definitely in the very flat, blonde, brown, shoulder length hairstyle. I read Kiki.
She's
just
over
from a
there.
distance.
She's over there on the Y&R now. Has been for a long time.
Yeah. But
We saw her at the Emmys.
we did.
Speaking of the Emmys, guys, we got denied.
Yeah, they didn't let us go. So this is what you do. You reach out to the Emmys, all right? You reach out to NAFTIS or whatever it's called, Natus. All right, reach out to Natus. All right, reach out to the publicity company that also runs the Emmys. Do your own research. I won't say who it is so they don't get mad at me. But reach out to them. Reach out to them and say, "What are you doing with the 10th floor? We want to see them on the podcast on the red carpet.
Yeah.
What are you doing specifically with the 10th floor?"
We were hopeful this year because the venue did change,
Yeah.
and we thought maybe there would be more space and just
And they still gave us the whole year. We don't have space. So let them know that you're disappointed that they allowed space to people who are not us.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder if any podcasters got in there.
I don't know. I think James over at JLJ. There's going to be some representation. Just not us.
Yep.
So hopefully for next time. But let them know, like tweet them out and all that sort of stuff. Send email, well-worded letter. Don't be mean. But just let them know, hey, we'd love to see these guys there. Maybe if we back each other up, you can see some content here on the channel next time.
Yeah. I'm still going, and I'm still going. I'm not going to the Emmys, but I'm still going to LA. Yep.
I think the fact that Kai and Trina hearing Scout's ringtone at the time of the shooting is going to be important somehow, says Matt Kreider. I think that when it comes to the Kai and Trina situation and their involvement with this, they're going to figure out that Kai's fingerprints were on the bat. But at this point, they would have already found their prime sus, whether it's Carly, which was Professor Angela's prediction from last week. And given the events of this week, I think that if that were to be the case, it's because she has purposefully put herself as the prime suspect.
To protect somebody?
To protect Michael.
Yeah. Well, no one, now his family don't believe that Jacinda thing. His alibi. They don't believe it.
They don't. So here's the thing. They presumably they found the Edwards gun in Elizabeth's house. They didn't show it, but presumably, hey, where's your housemate? And then they had something in their hands, right? We've had 2 visits to Elizabeth's house recently, one from Carly and one from Michael.
Yeah, that's
All right?
true.
It's clear to me. This is my interpretation and not a spoiler. If you think differently, let me know in the chat in the comments, all right? I think that Michael took the gun, put it in Elizabeth's house. Not necessarily because he did it, but because he wants to throw Drew's plan off, because if Willow becomes a suspect, it then now becomes much harder to convince them that it was Michael.
Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, if she didn't do it, it would be provable that she didn't, and now there's just even more question about who done it. It's a way to defend himself from it, okay? But I think that they're going to say, well, Michael, you planted this gun. Michael, you're a prime suspect. And Carly can say, no, it was me! Put me on trial or something. Maybe not a confession.
I could totally see Carly doing something like that.
Maybe not a true confession, because if you confess, you don't necessarily get the trial. But she might do, hey, Brick, can you plant some evidence that makes it look like I did? I don't know if I could do that, Carly, baby. No, I need you to. You must. If you love me, you will. You got me there,
Yeah, boy, he's the fixer for the Corinthos, isn't he?
Can you imagine if he's the one that plants, and then Sonny's like, what the hell, Brick? God. You just do what she says. She's not your boss, Brick. I knew something was always going on between you two.
All the employees of a car of Sonny's over the years, they've all they like themselves Mrs. C.
They have. They have. Matt Kreider's worried that Scout was ultimately the one that shot her father, which was how it might go into the ringtone. I think that if that might have been the original idea, I think that it would be wise for General Hospital, and I feel like they would change that because of what literally just happened on Days of Our Lives, not 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
So I just think that if that is the plan, and that's what they were originally setting up with these little elements they shot when Drew was shot, these elements they filmed when Drew was shot, then I feel like they might be wise enough to steer away from repeating a Days of Our Lives plot from this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We'll see. But anyway, when it comes down to Kai and Trina, they're gonna blah 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 blah, and they're gonna find the bat. They're gonna identify his fingerprints as Kai's eventually, and then they're gonna go, okay, well, I mean, we have our primary suspect. You're not it, but you were there.
Right.
You are now a witness. Here's your subpoena. Tell us your tale. And now he's got to come up with reasons and try to spin and try to protect this evidence.
Right.
That they destroyed, which they absolutely need to extra protect now because Drew realizes that it's not there anymore.
Right. And yeah. And Curtis and Portia know that it's not there anymore
Right.
either.
And so in this trial and in this Kai is a champion of I have to tell the truth. Mm-hmm. He's already shown that I have to tell the truth. If they call me up there, what am I going to do, Trina? I'm going to have to take an oath. I can't perjure myself. These are going to be the tensions of what goes on. And so we're going to have to find out if he tells the truth, if he doesn't, because then if they can protect the evidence through the trial, then it's truly over. There's no reason for the cops to continue to investigate. There's no reason for it to fall out of the sky or for somebody to mention anything once this trial is over. So I just feel like that's where we're going. It's going to be an umbrella trial.
Well, that's good.
Lots of witnesses. I was out there getting wet in the rain because I knew that the audience would like it. When I got back in the car and my hair was extra dark and dripping in my face, I just knew that people were going to back up the scene 2 or 3 times looking at the squareness of my jaw and the tension in my neck. That's my Rory Gibson, everybody.
That's your Rory.
Kai can plead the fifth. He sure can, but that's also being like, hey. So he can plead the fifth only if he's being accused of something. You don't have to answer something that would incriminate yourself. But if he's not being questioned to incriminate himself, then there is no fifth. He's got to answer the question. Why were you there in relation to this crime we're not accusing you of, but that you were a witness to? And your answer, I plead the fifth, only comes up if your answer now makes you another criminal, which wouldn't necessarily be the case if they already knew he was there and didn't decide he was there with criminal intent. Mm-hmm. So he could plead the fifth, sure, when it comes to stealing the evidence. That would be something that's fifthable. But then now there's the big question of, well, if you were there and you will not answer any of these questions, we're now going to heavily start investigating what it is that you were doing because you are not telling us. You're pleading a fifth, and that's a protective move. It's crunchy. Yeah. It's crunchy. It's crunchy. I understand, Daisy. I understand. It might be a move, but it opens the door for further investigations into why they were there.
Yeah, and they're gonna try to keep that secret because they don't want anyone to find out about Portia's.
Yeah, that was literally the whole reason.
Yeah.
Quite literally the whole reason they were there.
Yeah.
Daisy thinks that it's going to be Willow who's on trial. East Coaster believes that Willow shot Drew in a crime of passion. Remember, Chase told her that the judge in her custody in the hearing had been found dead, and Willow's reaction was pretty devastating.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how shooting Drew would make, even in her crazy mind, I just don't know how shooting Drew would make sense. But I'm open to being wrong, and I'm open to finding out how it does make sense to her. See, that's the fun part about watching TV and analyzing these stories of podcasts and being like, oh, I don't see it. That doesn't mean that I couldn't.
She could, and maybe Willow shot him and has blocked it out, and doesn't even realize she did it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I just wish it was Nina, but I guess not. Maybe it still was. I don't know. Maybe it was Kai. I don't know.
Nina, huh?
I think Willow shot Drew, says Carolyn. Oh boy. Boy. Boy.
I'm sorry.
So Tracy was like, well, what happened on Days of Our Lives that's similar to General Hospital? And then Matt Kreider was like, oh, well, Lil Rachel shot EJ, and that's his daughter, and, blah, blah, blah. And then Tracy goes, thanks, Matt. And I'm Matt. And so I had to take a moment, and I'm like, what did I say to Tracy? Oh, you're welcome, Tracy. Oh, it's that Matt. Daisy thinks that Willow had a full breakdown.
I think so, too.
I mean, I guess that could be justification right there. She just was not seeing anything for right.
Just like remember when at the trial?
Oh yes, what a meltdown!
She fell apart.
I think she had another one at the hospital recently too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, Willow is just she's showing her Reeves. That's what she's doing. She's showing her Reeves is what Willow's doing. She needs Nell. I'm telling you, she needs Nell.
She needs Nell?
She needs Nell. We need to bring Chloe Lanier right on back to General Hospital, folks. I'm ready for it. Arm in arm with Peter.
I'm ready for it, too. I would love to see Nell come back, actually.
But before we get Peter, though, Mom, before we get Nell arm in arm with Peter, we have to deal with Nathan. And I'm scared.
What's going on with
scared,
Nathan?
Mom. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared. So here's the thing. Kudos. I saw somebody out there on Twitter land saying kudos to General Hospital for kicking off this love triangle, even though Kirsten Storms is not available right now. Kudos. Yeah, great. Because we're getting that tension, that bro tension, that man tension, that machismo, that macho-ness.
Yes.
Between, a little bit, well, Spinelli, he's got to pump out his chest and buck up a little bit, right? He's got a position to protect within the family.
He's got to hurt. He poor Spinelli. He's like, man, oh man.
So, on one end, he's like, I have to be open to this whole Nathan thing. On the other hand, I also have to like also protect my role in this family, because this is my family too. Georgie's my daughter. James's sister. I'm with Maxie now. You've been gone for 7 years. Just because you bonked your head, don't remember nothing, doesn't eliminate the last 7 years of my life. So he has something to protect. Also, at the same time, Spinelli is someone who has the resources and the paranoia to begin to suspect something is wrong.
Sure.
And when he does,
he needs to break out his date app and really take a good look at Nathan.
So I feel as though Spinelli is going to get to a point in which he suspects something with Nathan. And maybe it's because Britta's been so cagey, or he looks into it, or he asks questions to Jason, who tells him some truth. Or he uses his algorithm that tells him the secret of everything. Yeah. Whatever it is that Spinelli, he's going to come across something. And now buck up, protect my role mode becomes buck up, protect James and this family unit, and ultimately my Maximista before she comes back from your crazy ass.
Mm-hmm.
Which puts Spinelli in incredible danger to be killed by Nathan. And for some reason, Ma, I have this terrible fear. There's this thing in my gut and my belly that makes me very worried that this may actually come to pass.
Oh my gosh, we can't kill off Spinelli.
But if you did, that is an anchoring moment. That is something that's like, oh, S-H-I-T.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan means business in a bad way.
Yeah.
It would be dramatic, it would be heartfelt, and also at the same time, Spinelli is embraced by a number of fans out there, but not everybody. So he's a relatively safe character to off.
Yeah. No more Spinelli. That would suck.
It would suck. It would, but that's also the reason. It's like it's the Mercutio effect, folks. For anybody out there that knows literary storytelling devices, he was Romeo's best friend in Romeo and Juliet. Mercutio was.
Mm-hmm.
And William Shakespeare was writing this thing, and as the story goes, it's all probably baloney. But Shakespeare is writing this thing, he gets to a certain point, and he's like, oh my good golly gosh. Mercutio's the way better character. He's fun, he's energetic, he's humorous, he's not so dowdy, he's not blah, 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 blah. I gotta kill this guy, because otherwise the audience is gonna be like Mercutio and Juliet.
I see. I don't know Shakespeare very well. The only way I know that name is from Peter Pan.
So ultimately Mercutio dies, and it's a big bummer, and it's a really sad thing, and it really carries forward in literary telling story devices and blah blah blah. It's that concept of killing off a character that the fan base really enjoys to get the emotional impact of that villain took out somebody that I truly and really enjoyed. I hate that guy. I feel the emotion. I'm so sad. I'm welling up like, I'm really invested in the fallout of this particular event. So.
Yeah, and Britt, there's something going on with Nathan. And maybe, I don't know. There's something. He's not his normal self. And I was surprised. Well, he appears to be his normal self, but he's not. And, yeah. I don't know what to think of this whole Nathan thing. I don't know what to think of all that.
We have to get more details before we can really start thinking anything, right?
Right. And I thought, when they had the scene where I was looking forward to a scene where it's just Britt and just Nathan. And I thought that scene would be completely different. I thought, she would give us some clues.
No. This is General Hospital. We're in for the long haul.
I thought that.
No, we're not going to get any
hey,
clues.
Brother, what are you doing? Kind of thing.
Nope, we're not going to get a single clue for a long time.
But I think he was at the Five Poppies.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
Nathan
I think that she's
Poppies.
towing around it because she's not sure if this memory loss is legitimate or not. Or maybe he was just being
And where is he
experimented
going to go
on.
live? He's getting out of the hospital. Where is he going to go?
I don't know, buy a house just like Lulu did. It's not hard.
Yeah, or maybe he's going to go stay with his mom for a little bit.
I mean, that would make a lot of sense. He's going to be hanging out with Nina and Liesel. Yeah, I think it would be. James loves Spinelli as a dad, says James.
He does.
So that's good. That's good to know. You see, you were worried about that. I'm like, no, I'm sure they got their own little relationship going on, and they do. It's just not about horses.
Yeah, and little James got a very, very big relationship with his Uncle Cody.
Aisha says that if Drew was dead, Willow would have control of his money and that power that she was so impressed with. I'm not sure. Is she the beneficiary of his estate? I know she gets Scout, but I don't know about the entire estate.
I think she is.
Well, maybe that is a motivation. It's like, F this, I'm just going to do it myself. Kablamo.
Well, yeah, you know what? And he's so hated that she knew there was going to be a list of suspects because he's got a beef going with so many people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. We've been updated in the chat here. Brooklyn found a handful of letters and brought them downstairs. Presumably they were the Monica Ronnie letters. But that doesn't mean that they weren't planted because she had to go find them after Ronnie had showed up.
That's true. Ronnie could have easily went into Monica's room and put them there.
Or whoever.
Yeah.
Yuri.
Yeah.
Yuri's on the take. I'll skip the provisions for Yuri and the staff. I wonder what it was. Was it the sling?
Yeah, now that they maybe they're not even going to have Yuri anymore. They don't really need him now.
No,
they don't have to answer their own door.
Oh, I need Yuri. Oh, I need Yuri. I want Yuri. I also want Sidwell, and I want Marco, and I want all those stories to come back. So I'm happy Erica Slezak's here. Ronnie Bard's pretty cool. This is fun little thing. Jane Elliott is a goddess as always.
Oh my gosh. And I think Erica is hitting it out of the park too.
Yeah, so I'm not here for what's going on right now, but I'm ready to return to some of the other stories. I was really enjoying Sidwell.
Yeah.
And especially the developments with Marco, because Marco told about the bribe for the judge and wound up getting the judge killed. And Sidwell was very much like, well, you touched villainy, Marco, and this is the result. You got her killed. Remember that. You know?
Hmm.
I'm more in. I want to see more of that dynamic. I love Van Hansis. I really enjoy his performances and stuff, and he's been fun Lucas recently, and I'm ready for more like Marco. What are you doing? You're teetering on the cliff of self destruction.
Yeah, they're
You
not,
know?
they haven't been showing a lot of Lucas and Marco together lately.
No. I mean, we really haven't been doing any Sidwell Marco stuff in probably about 2 weeks. Maybe
Yeah.
they've been sprinkled in here and there for a little update, but nothing of any
Don't,
significance.
I think 88 Turner screwed up that address on purpose because she got the feels for Sonny. She's trying to help
She
his
did
boy.
look at him and smirk when she said 65 Harborview. My biggest qualm about this isn't even Chase. All right? Isn't even Chase. Because people are out there, they're on the Chase messed this up bandwagon. Because
Right.
Anna told him to make sure that everything was in order, right? My biggest qualm past that isn't even Chase. It's every single other officer who had this warrant in their hand from the time the judge signed it, or from the time it was printed, to the judge signing it, to getting passed to Chase going, I have the warrant, Anna, for Anna taking the warrant, saying, guys, get into the car, driving all the way to the Quartermain estate, getting to the gates, knocking on the doors, getting into the room, saying, we're going to look around, handing it to Ronnie Bard to read, and not one single flippin' person read the gall darn warrant.
Nope. They were just like, we got it, let's go.
We talk about bubbling bobbies, right? As a
Hmm.
joke. This was the most egregious example of just being terrible at your jobs than we've ever seen from the PCPD.
Hmm.
Not one single person, while they were driving there, flipped that son of a gun open and was just reading it. There are millions of people on this planet that sat on the toilet daily and read the back of a shampoo bottle. You're telling me that nobody in that car flipped open that warrant while they were bored driving to the Quartermains to look at it?
I know. You would think so, huh? You would think so. You would think so.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't remember. I think it was Tracy that said it. Like everybody knows the address of this house.
Even Chase, who lives there. Which makes
Everybody knows
Mhm.
66 Harbor View.
Everybody, and I'm also kind of curious as to why. And this is just a storytelling thing, so Chase can be there. There'll be tension between him and Brooklyn as he has to be the cop in the Quartermain house, and Dante gets a pass because he's not actually related to them. You know, he's not the in-law. He just lives there because Rocco
Yeah.
and Danny and
Yes.
Scout. Like, that's the reason they live there, not because of any sort of familial or blood tie to the Quartermain. So he gets a little bit of a pass being on this case.
Hmm.
It's a little harder for Chase, and I think it's mighty inappropriate, but also great soap storytelling, that Anna brought Chase to the Quartermains for this investigation. That's
Hmm.
just putting him in front of his family, setting him up to be the villain. That was wrong of Anna to do. And I'm going to point to Friday, okay? Because she showed up to Elizabeth's house, Ma. She showed up to Elizabeth's house with a stranger, with a strange just officer that we've never seen before. So Elizabeth doesn't get the whole confrontation from somebody she knows and loves.
Nope. My goodness,
Oh,
my goodness.
no. Anna doesn't deserve to be chief, says Carolyn. And this week, I agree with you, but she's investigating her butt off.
She is. She got her board up and all her evidence and her suspects and oh she's putting a lot of time into this. She wants to find out
Oh,
who
she needs to know
shot
who done it.
who.
A United States Senator has been shot. Don't you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was sent there to keep tabs on Britt, says Shauna, in relation to Nathan.
Hmm.
I don't know. There's a lot to be developed there. There is a lot.
Oh, I can't wait to find out. I can't wait to find what the phazon is happening here.
What the phazon's going on in
What
here?
the phazon's going on?
What the phazon? Oh, that's fun. All right, folks, that's fun. So we started super late, so we're gonna end a little like not at the 1.5 hours. We're just gonna end now because it's 12:30, and we need to rest our voices to talk about those other two shows in an hour.
Yes, we do.
So we're gonna hop off. We're gonna get out of here. We're getting it done. We're gonna leave this office. I'm gonna go into that elevator right there. You see that elevator?
Right there.
Right
Yeah.
there. That one right
Right
there.
there.
Actually, well, actually, it's actually the one that's next to it. This one doesn't work. It's been out of order for a while. Anyway, I'm going to get onto the elevator, but I'm already on the first floor, so you're going to join me down here. You can see the one there. It's first floor. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Wonder what's going on with Brett. I don't know who Brett is, but I wonder what's going on with Britt. I'm sorry. I'm just
She's
poking
back.
fun.
She's the britch again. That's for sure.
And Angela, she last week is fully convinced it's just because who she is. So we're gonna find out. I think there's gonna be a blend. I think she's gonna be a britchy person who also has a heart.
But you're going to have to look for it.
But you're gonna have to earn it and look for it. And Brad's involved, and we're gonna find all of that. Anyway, get onto the elevator, back down to the first floor, go into the parking garage, and tune your radios when you get into your car to your previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find us on your favorite podcasting platform, you can reach out to us on social media at 10th floor GH, and we'll send you in the right direction. If you had a good time, like the video. If you want some more, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment if you so choose. Please do. You can also leave a little donation, find a little $ with the heart and all that kind of stuff. You can send us a little thank you for talking about your show. We'll see you back at 1:30. Talk about Days of Our
1:30.
Lives and Beyond the Gates.
Yep. Beyond the gates.
All right, folks. That's it. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next week right here on the 10th floor. And then also in an hour for that other show. And in the meantime, go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt. She's been Kat. I don't know how to end this thing anymore. It's been
Bye, y'all.
It's been 6 years and I'm still bad at it. Bye.